Hey, good day everyone. It's Nick here from Super Multi Tips again. I just want to do a quick video on money management because really it's probably the most important part. I mean, you can call it gambling, but if you're betting on horses, you are gambling. And it gets a bit hard because you might be putting more on than you can comfortably afford to lose, and the chances are you're going to lose more than you win. But there are ways of doing it. You can, like over the time, I've learnt to go more like a business. Okay, you've got to treat this like a business. So this is what I do. I'm not giving you anyone financial advice. Okay, but all I can do is tell you what I do, and it works for me. And my concern is why I'm doing this video. My concern is that people have seen that I've won some money and are jumping on thinking that, yep, let's have a bet on this one, we'll collect and everything's going to be fine. I mean, the chances are they're going to lose. I mean, last night I got none out of 5 over in UK. I got one out of scratching out of the Saturday racing, so I got a little bit back there, but it was still a small loss. Last week, I don't think we collected last week either, so it's been a couple of weeks since I collect. But I haven't had many bets either, and I'll explain all that to you as well. Okay, first I want to show you that you can win. It's not all bullshit, okay? Let me just show you a few tickets. I want to show you this one, okay? This is where it all started a couple of months ago. Let me just expand this one, that one there. Okay, this is Albany. So, okay. There you go. Look, it was a Yankee. So there were 4 horses, last 4 races. I think I ended up, I must have won something before that because my normal bet is 220. 220, 260, I'm comfortable with that, and that's great, right? This one here was 440 because I went each way. So I had 220 on the win and 220 on the place, but I actually think I did this each way. But, to give you an idea, it was $160 outlay, and this was for any 3 combinations, so the trebles, they all won. I collected 143,000 for the 160. The other one here is an all-up, all selections must win. So my $50 collected 418. So let me just get rid of this ticket. Minimize that. I'll go back here. Alright, here's the other half of that ticket. Well then I don't want all wins here. Anyway, put 50 bucks on that ticket. That was all of them to win. Collected 418. This one here is just the doubles, so 240 and collected 22. Anyway, out of all that, we got 670. That was the big news. Fantastic. Bought the apartment. Everything's great. But just to show you that it's just not a one-off thing, I'll just minimize that. This is the week later. This was all tweeted, so anyone follows me knows I put all my bets up, and I can go months and months without collecting. But since I've changed doing the ratings, this is what's been happening. This one here was a week later. We had a Trixie here. I actually put 400 on there. Look, admittedly my account was pretty full, right? But normally I try to control myself down to $200 bets. Here's the any 2 wins, so that's the doubles. So $300 goes on the doubles. We've got 6,700 back. And then this was the all up, the other part of the Trixie. It was $100 for 11,000. So the week after we got 20,000, and so many people put that bet on and got that ticket to win too. So, happy days. I could also show you, I've got them up here too, Bet365 and, collecting 1,600 on that one, 4,700, 1,800, 1,500, $200 bet. Here you go. This is the one this is Shartin. Look, we collected pretty good. We had the 5 horses on, had the Super Yankee, got the first 4 up, going on Global Harmony in the last with Zach Purton. Gets blocked and pretty unlucky, should have won. But anyway, the 4 folds, collected 15,000 on that ticket and 13,000. That was a 30,000 collect. Right, so you can win some money, but please, there's so many losing tickets between the wins. Right, so I'm well in front, don't get me wrong, but I could go 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without winning. So there was another one. See, 260 collected 26. So I'm going through a stage where my account is always got money in it, which is great until now, right? So I want to explain what happens. The best way to do this is first you've got to work out how much money you can put on a bet and lose and not worry about it. Okay, you can't chase money. So, whether it's a $20 bet or whether it's a $200 bet, it's completely up to you. It could be a $2,000 bet. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're happy to put on. And I've got two ways of doing it, right? I've got money in my bank, not in my bank, but in my betting account, or I don't have money in my betting account. At the moment, I've got no money in my betting account because I haven't won in a couple of weeks. Okay, so whatever I left in there to have a bit of a play with is gone. So we've got two choices. You need to have a bank, right? So you need to have a bank. Two ways of getting a bank. You can either transfer the money from your savings account, whether it's $100 and you want to have $20 bets, it gives you 5 $20 bets. So you put $100 in, you go, right, I've got 5 $20 bets, let's get a return on one of those 5 bets and then I can keep going. Or, you might want to put $2,000 in because you're betting $200 a go. So I'm going to have 10 $200 bets. My plan is to get a collect in the 10 $200 bets. If it doesn't happen, well, you've got to start all over again. Right, but, you've got to have a plan, and you've got to, whether that's betting 1 day a week or whether it's betting 2 days a week, whatever you want to do. But you need to put money into your account and say, right, I'm going to be happy if I lose that money. You're not going to be happy, but you've got to be able to accept it. Otherwise, you start chasing money. Right, so for me now, if I got to put a bet on, which I did today, it was only a small multi on, but I had to actually fund my account, and I hate funding the account. Right, so that means that I'm going to go down to probably 2 bets a week. I'll have a bet on Saturday. If I don't collect anything there, like this Saturday we had the bet, I put 260 on. I think I got 200 back, so I had to put $60 in the account to have the bet last night in UK, and I got nothing. Okay, so I've lost 1 bet all week. Okay, I can handle that. That's fine. I did put another little bet on today. We'll see what happens. But for me, I probably won't have a bet now. Well, it's actually pretty good now. Shartin Happy Valley's finished, which is yay. I don't have to worry about that one. So I'll have a bet again for next Saturday, and I'm happy with that. So what we got to do is you keep having the bets like that. 1 bet a week, 2 bets a week, whatever you're happy with, until you get a win. Once you get a collect, again, it's all in relation to how much you're putting on, right? So I'm just going to say what I do. My bet's normally 200. So if I get a collect, say I get 2,000, well, I don't withdraw the 2,000. Okay, I've got to get to say 5,000 before I start to withdraw money and leave a little bit of play money in there. Because for me, the $2,000 in there is 10 $200 bets that I don't have to fund. I say playing with bookies money. Well, it's my money because I won it, but if I don't have to fund it from my bank account, it's a bookie's money, right? So the trick with all this is this is most important. Okay, even if you're a $20 punter and you've got to collect and you've got $200 in there, which is the same as if I'm a $200 punter and you've got 2,000 in there, don't increase your bets. Okay, don't think I've got the money in the account. I'll put, if you're normally a $20 punter, you're going to go, I'll put $60 on this one because you're going to lose it. I mean, not you're going to lose it, but if it loses, you've just lost 3 bets. Okay, so you've got to really treat this like a business. Set yourself a limit. I'm going to keep going at my $20 bets. I've got now 10 $20 bets that I don't have to fund the account. Everyone's happy. As long as you get a collect in those 10s, you won't have to fund the account again for another 10 bets. Right? And then when you do win, say you're a $20 punter and you've just collected $1,000, well, I'd take most of that out and just leave 200 in there. Leave yourself 10 bets. So you're gambling that within those 10 bets, you're going to get a win. And if you get a win, take whatever you got out there on top of the 10 bets, which is the $20 a bet, 200, and you've always got 200 in your account. Okay, you're going to get to the stage where, like I am now, is you have a couple of weeks where it just doesn't happen, right? So, okay, no worries. If I want to bet, I'll fund my account. Lucky I've won enough, so no big deal. But you don't want to be chasing your bets. And again, the most important thing is don't increase your bet because you've won something. because just because you've won today doesn't mean you're going to win tomorrow. Again, I'm not giving anyone any financial advice, but just through experience that I've done, I've been there and done it, been chasing money. You're never going to win. When you chase money, you go, let's just put all the favourites, and of course none of the favourites win. And you can't bet like that. Like, it's got to be fun. And the only way to be fun is if you're not having to fund the account. You don't want to be taking money out of your savings account and putting it in, basically. So really, just quickly to sum it all up, is whatever you're betting, whether it's $20, $200, work out how much you want to lose for that week. You know, it might be one bet, it might be two bets, it could be three bets. For me, if I've got money in my account, I'll have a bet every day, every night at UK, or I have a bet every day if I'm in the mood, because I know I've got my 10 bets, whether I use up my 10 bets in 2 weeks or whether it takes me a month to use my 10 bets, that's up to me, and it's up to you how often you want to do it. At the end of the day, it's really a numbers game. When you put a bet on, you don't know if you're going to win. You know, you hope to win every time you put a bet on, but I mean, if I get 1 out of 10 bets win, I'm happy. But don't forget, you know, even if you're betting $20, there's going to be plenty of times you bet $20 and you get $15 back, or you bet $20 and you get $80 back. There's a lot of times where you get 2 out of 3, or you might get 3 out of 4. You might just keep you going. It keeps money in the account. So the goal is to not have to fund the account from your bank. I don't know what else to say. I am getting a lot of people saying, or a few people on Twitter saying, you know, this is a road to lead you to ruins. Well, I mean, if you got your head screwed on and you only bet what you can afford to lose, and then you get into the position where you've got a bank, you've got an account with some money, is it? We call it a bank. That's it. Keep it as a bank. And then you're betting with the bookies' money, and you can go for months and months and months not having to fund your account. As long as you keep picking up, you know, 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 4, just put your money back and put your money back. The only problem you're going to get is if you start to go a bit wild, and I mean, I've done it too. I put a $500 bet on instead of my normal $260. I've gone double. You know, it's worked out a couple of times, but when it doesn't, well, I've just lost 2 bets instead of 1. And, you know, stick to one bet. Just one bet, same amount, and you can see that they pay really well when you can get them up. So it doesn't matter $20 bets or $200 bets. It's all relative. I mainly do win bets, but I've seen lots of people, like last week, I think we got 6 out of 6 in the UK. I think only one of them won, but 6 of them placed. If I had put a place bet on there as well as a win bet, I would have collected well, but I didn't. And then the next night was the same thing again. I think we got 4 out of 5 placed. It would have been a good little, you know, would have kept the bank going, but again, I didn't do it. So I'm sort of starting to learn to do a win and a place. It's just that it costs you more money. So you either double your bet or you half your bet and then have it half win and half place. You know, that's probably the sensible way to go. So if you don't have your $20 normal bet, or if I have my $200 bet, $220 or whatever it is, maybe go 110 for the win and 110 for the place. Because if you can get them all to place, you're not going to win a fortune, but you might get 400 or 500 in there, and that gives you another 2 or 3 bets. So either build a bank if you can by winning, and what I say by winning is just stick to your 1 or 2 bets a week that you can afford to lose, and it's not going to cause anyone any trouble, or transfer some money into your betting account and start with a bank. But I strongly suggest you have a bank. And, you know, we talk about a percentage rule normally. Like I love doing some trading too, like Forex trading and stuff. And the big rule with all that sort of thing is, you know, you try to keep it to 2% or 5% of your bank. So whenever you put a bet on, you're only going to lose 5%. So it understands that you can lose 10 bets and you're not going to wipe your account out. Well, if you're putting too much on, so if you've got, you know, $100 in your account and you're putting $50 bets on, well, that's 50% of your account, so 2 bets and you're gone. But if you've got a $100 bet on and you're, you know, putting $20 bets on, well, that's, what's that, 10%, which is probably too much anyway, but 10%, you can manage that one and have another 10%, another 10%, another 10%, so you can keep going for a while and hopefully snag one. So that's all I wanted to say on that. work's been all up and down at the moment, so I haven't had much time. But I do want to get into doing a video every now and then. And as you can see, we haven't got a winner in the last couple of weeks, but he could win today, could win next week. Probably next week might be my next bet. But I want to do more, actually doing more ratings and going through that. And I've seen people sending me messages that they use this rating system now and show me some collects with some great tickets with great collects. Well done. I hope you're enjoying it, and hopefully we can get this little Trixie up today, one at $30-something. That seems a bit over the price, but anyway, we'll see how they run. But if it loses, it doesn't matter, because that just means I've got to fund my account next time. Damn. Okay, thank you very much, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.